It's a verb. Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi, guys.
Happy New Year. It's
Yeah.
2026.
It
Look at us.
is. Keep forgetting. It's already the 6th.
I know, it's kind of crazy. I had a
So fast.
proof come through today for these trophies I ordered, and they all said 2025. And I was like, the words are great, but can you please update to 2026? It's like 12 trophies I had to order. All said 2025. Like, you almost did it.
Almost there.
So close.
Hello. Everyone's saying hi,
Hi,
to
Minnie.
you. Yeah, hello.
Is she gonna purr for us?
Hello. Here you go. Minnie. Look up here.
Oh, that was a big one.
Here you go. Hi, guys. Good morning, Haley.
Good morning.
Glad you could make it to our 9:30 meeting.
One day we're gonna go to Australia with Haley, and we're actually gonna do this at 9:30 in the morning.
In her office.
It's gonna happen at her job.
If you guys could download Teams for that, that's where this live event is gonna be.
That'd be so funny. Or maybe we should do it at our time, like 7:30, 8:30, but like, in Australia. So everyone else here, it's 9:30 in the morning.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
for your morning meeting.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just flip it.
I love it. I'll just book a conference room. We could do that now.
I think I have students at 9:30, but I'll do my best.
That's fair. I will be on Teams.
Amazing.
All right. We have a lot of stuff.
We have
to
so
talk about.
much stuff.
So let's start it, because inevitably we will probably get lost on some tangents and rabbit trails, and not that that's ever happened to us.
Ever happened. We're just trying to plan for all potential things.
Yes.
All the possibilities.
All right. So welcome to Con and Lauren's monthly reading wrap up. We are coming to you live exclusively for Patreon to chat about the books we read last month. Get your TBRs ready, because tonight / this morning, we are also discussing some of our favorite reads for all of 2025 and looking ahead to the new year.
Yes, this live chat will include our overall thoughts, ratings, and recommendations. But as always, we will do our best to keep things spoiler free. And if you're watching the replay and you'd like to join the next chat live, this would be your perfect time to join us on Patreon.
Becoming a member of our Patreon community comes with tons of other fun perks, including early ad-free access to our podcast episodes. The Between Pages and Friends podcast is hosted by your favorite book besties, that's us, and our book husbands, John and Kyle. Every week we release a new episode talking through your favorite fantasy series together, and right now we are wrapping up Brimstone by Callie Hart, and you can check it out here on YouTube or any other podcast streaming platform.
But since we talk about the podcast books for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours over on the podcast, these monthly reads videos are here to share everything else we read throughout the month. So let's get into it. This month, aka December, not January, we're talking about December. Con read 7 books. Good job, Con.
Thank you.
And I read 14, but most of those are novellas, but it still counts.
It counts.
So how did everyone else finish out the year 2025? How many books did you read in December? We're talking December still.
Yeah.
We'll
get into year stuff later. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, the first book that we're not really going to talk about right now, because we did finish
we
it.
Haven't
that
read
last
it.
episode is not out yet.
And it was in January, so it doesn't count.
Technically a January read. So we will talk about it more in the next one. But we read Brimstone by Callie Hart. And we will be wrapping it up next week. And next week's episode, we've officially finished the book. We just recorded the last episode last night.
I put it on my shelf. She's away. I did it.
And now you got Onyx Storm out, so I guess we're reading that again.
No, this is my favorite of the 2025. So I
Oh,
figured
okay.
it should. I was like, what book do I replace it with? Oh, we're talking all of 2025. So
Surprise, it's our next series.
we're going back. But also, this is the one that's signed. This is my signed copy.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
I had one of my
beautiful.
students' moms showed up out of nowhere and surprised me with it. Anyways,
That was the best. That was the best day.
I
Ugh,
left her the
okay.
card she wrote me in there. So, anyways,
Oh, and it was so sweet.
I know.
I love that. Okay, well, you'll hear all of our final thoughts on Brimstone next week, and then we've got 2 wrap-up episodes coming on that as well. So stay tuned over on the pod for that one.
Haley said, "You guys would do something diabolical like that." Covered again. No, she's calling me out, but she's right. You guys read a lot of books, though. You guys did really
You
great.
did.
10 books and
Yeah.
11 novellas, 20 books there. Great job, everybody.
3 books is also a lot for December because December's crazy.
December is crazy.
Yeah.
For me, I go on Christmas break. And so most of mine were read in
that's
that
true.
last like week right before Christmas, like those couple days,
Yeah.
and then right after. It's just like
she knocked it all out.
Okay, well, the first 2 books I read in December were the last 2 books in the series of the Hot and Hammered series. The first one is Love Her or Lose Her. I read the first one last month, and so this was me finishing it all off. This was a really cute. I struggled with what to call it. I called it a second chance romance, but they're like married. Their high school sweethearts got married really young,
Yeah.
and then they like separate for a little bit in the book. Like she goes and lives with a friend. So I guess it's second chance.
Kinda, yeah.
Not, but they're married the whole time at the same time. And I really liked it. I thought the character development for both of the characters individually was really, really great. I just really struggled with his personal choice of miscommunication throughout the whole thing. And just that whole inner turmoil that he kind of went through, but I gave it 4 stars. I still really enjoyed the book. So it was a
Yeah.
great one.
Nice.
Yeah, it was falling back in love, Marlissa said.
Mm.
So yes, absolutely. And then the last one in the series, Hot and Hammered 3, is Tools of Engagement. And I think this was my favorite of the three
Mine
books.
too.
Oh, good. I really loved it. Wes Daniels was everything an MMC should be.
Yes.
I loved him. And he's like way younger than her. And so she like underestimates him. And then he's like everything. He's just everything.
Is everything.
I know. I really loved him. And I really loved the
Oh.
FMC too. I felt like I related to her in a lot of ways, not being like the oldest sibling, very, I don't know, type A type situation, but like just some of the other struggles she went through with, I don't know, how she presents herself and things to the world. So I don't know. I really connected with her, loved the MMC. And I just thought it was a great wrap up to the whole series. In the sense that like you get a little bit of all the characters from the other 2 books, and it just wraps it up all really nice. So I gave this one 5 stars. This was my favorite.
Yay.
So, and yes, they all the men work in construction since that's no. I mean, kind of in this last one a little bit.
A little.
a little bit.
That's funny.
But so Bethany, the FMC in this one, she's usually the person that like stages the homes for her family's business, and she wants to like take over and run a whole project and stuff. So they are at the job site together.
Yeah, they are.
Anyways, so all the men work in construction. None of the ladies do. Well, I guess Bethany does. So
yeah,
but it's good. It was a good one.
It's been like 2 years since I read that series. It's so cute.
I don't know what it was. Just needing a tried and true. Like I knew I could read this and I would probably enjoy it. And Tessa Bailey is one of those authors for me.
Yeah.
So I wanted something that was new but wasn't a complete mystery. While I didn't know anything about these books, I just know Tessa Bailey. So
yeah, I
one
had
of my
one of
trusted
those
authors
too. I guess it wasn't technically a December read, but I just did that too. Okay, my first read for December was Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. I was really excited to read this one. I really, really wanted to love it. Unfortunately, it was not for me. I think this is a really cool concept, and I may have loved it if it was approached a little bit differently, but it's the ending is like a specific trope that I typically don't vibe with like at all. So I struggled with that a lot. It's a trope that I think I've only really enjoyed in one specific instance, and that wasn't like fantasy or anything. It was like completely unrelated. So, but yeah, the rest of the examples of that I've read just personally were not my favorite. So I can't really explain that at all without spoiling
I
it. And I
know
don't want
this
to
hard.
spoil it for
We can't
anyone.
talk about this book.
No.
Uh,
Because it is like it's a surprise. Like it's yeah, it's I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I can definitely understand why this book is viral and like such a unique reading experience. So yeah.
yeah. All right. I loved this one, so that's okay. It is viral. And
Yeah.
there's also books we read this year that you loved and I did not. So it just
Yes.
is how it is, you know? We support each
That's why
other.
they're fun to talk about. Yeah.
All right. My accidental school book club that I'm part of.
Is that what this was for?
Uh yeah, my next book. Yeah,
Oh.
the my accidental school book club, one of the other teachers picked The Mistletoe Bet by Marin Moore. I've never heard of this author. And this other teacher sent like 3 or 4 other book choices. And this was the one that had the most peppers. And this is the one that everyone voted on. And I was like, all right, teachers, calm down.
Okay.
But we are a very unestablished book club. Like we call ourselves that. And we
Uh-huh.
read Quicksilver because I was reading it on the podcast. And then we read this one. And then they all wanted to read Brimstone because I was reading on the podcast. And they all finished it way before I did. And but like we've never met. We've never like talk about it. We have a group chat, but nobody texts about it. We all just are like, well, we read it, so what's next? So
Oh my gosh.
it's kind of funny. So on Monday, when I went back to work, I ended up in the office for an actual work related reason and then ended up being there for almost 2 hours talking to everybody. Everybody just kept coming in and we ended because you know me, I'm a yapper. And I keep telling you, I'm like, I'm so stressed for work. I need to get a lot done. And then I'm like talking for 2 hours in the office. But anyways, we talked about this book and I think everyone felt how I felt on this book. In fact, I think I rated it probably higher than most did, but I only gave it 3 stars. It was really cute, but it was a novella and I don't think anyone expected that. And it was like it was like 130 or 40 pages. Like it wasn't like super fast, but it was, I don't know. It just wasn't it for me. So
That's all right.
So I gave it 3. I don't think anyone else super enjoyed it. But during our PD days, which is what Monday was, our professional development days, the school has switched to for 100 reasons where we have to like pay for our own lunch. Like we get like a longer lunch and we can go out to lunch now. So in the past, I've just gone with like my department and that's fine. But I had the idea on Monday, like, what if we all pick a book today and then next PD day in a month, we all go to lunch and then we have like actual book club
Oh,
at lunch.
cute.
So that's what we're doing. And then they're literally texting in the group chat today about starting a fable book club and all these things. And I'm so super cute. Love this for them. I am not leading this activity at all. I do my absolute
No.
best to stay
Yeah, do
out
not.
of being in charge of it because I don't have time for that as much as I love it and I'm enjoying reading with them. So they ended up picking a book that I've already read, which I think is nice too. We're reading When in Rome from
Oh yeah, is that Sarah Adams?
Sarah Adams. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't read the 4th book in that series. So that will hopefully be nice for next month. But anyways, I'll keep you updated on the school's book club. My next book is Silver Elite by Danny Francis. I have it somewhere. I bought this one because it was going super viral at the time when it came out. And I didn't want to miss potentially getting sprayed edges. There's really cooler sprayed edges out there now. But I was like, no,
For this
I
one?
shouldn't. Yeah, there's like a really cool Target edition
Oh,
that
I
I
haven't
thought was
seen it.
pretty neat. Yeah, but I decided not to get it. I kind of
Okay.
wanted to for the sake of just getting it, but I'm trying to restrain myself. I'm trying really hard. Anyways, this book has been on my TBR for like way long time, and it just keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. But I'm committed to trying to go through this physical TBR, and so this was one on the list. It took me longer to get into it than I expected. Like, I think I struggled at the beginning because it felt very similar to other books I had read, or just the very similar setup to, the very classic MMC underdog who mysteriously has a bajillion powers and falls in love with the hot guy. Just that she shouldn't or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Who
by
probably
the
wields
end,
shadows.
no, he didn't. He's just a regular dude. But by the end of it, I was hooked. I was invested. I was eating it up. And I think I texted you that too. Like, okay, I'm actually really into this end of this book. Like, I was fully there for it. So I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for book 2. I'm very excited about that. I pre-ordered it, so it's ready. It's ready to be there. And honestly, like, the longer I've been away from it, the more I think about it, I think. So it's kind of stayed with me, which is good. So I only gave it 4 stars at the time of reading it, just because I did struggle at the beginning for a really long time. But just kind of being like, oh, classic, oh yeah, this, like, I wasn't like in the story until I was. Whew, was I?
Boy, was I.
And boy, was I. So I totally would recommend Silver Elite. Absolutely.
Okay.
So
is this the one with the vehicle pool?
Okay, so often when we read books, we talk about would it be good for the podcast or not. And this was one that I said, I don't know that this would be, because she replaces words with other sayings. And I think specifically the boys, specifically Kyle, would rip it apart. And one of them, there's many, first of all, but one of them is she kept being like, she got this like secret message to me at the West Vehicle Pool. And I was like, what is that? Like, I don't know. And then she's talking the whole sneaky way about trying to find the West Vehicle Pool over the East Vehicle Pool and blah, blah, blah. And then she gets there and it's a parking garage. The whole time. And I was like, oh, vehicle pool is a parking garage. Got it. Anyway, so when I was telling Con about this, I said, this is now regular vocabulary for us. And so Con sent me a message that night, like, going to the vehicle pool, going be home soon.
To get my car. Yeah. Leaving work now, walking through the vehicle pool.
Yeah, there's not like a bajillion, but there are those in there. And that was my literal one reason why I don't think we should do this on the podcast, is specifically because my husband would rip specifically that part, but maybe others apart. So,
those give us some of the best phrases though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just the random like abbreviations or little replacement phrases. Yeah.
They're trying to make it their world. I get what an author's attempting, but
bless you.
Sometimes it's just not it. This one just made me laugh. Like, I think because I was so confused by it and being like, oh, what's a vehicle pool? Oh, it's a parking garage. Oh my gosh. Oh, my bad.
Oh, that's funny.
It was great.
All right.
Still recommend.
My next read for December was Between Two Kings by Lindsay Straube. I don't remember how to say her last name. This is
Strobe. I think it's Strobe. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry. Something like that. What's her Oxford Lemon? Is that her name on Instagram?
I don't know.
Oxford Lemon. That's her tag on Instagram. Isn't it? Am I crazy? I think that's her handle on Instagram. Anyway.
I couldn't tell you a single person's tag on Instagram other than Con's favorite things in Between Pages and Friends. That's probably the only 2 I got.
I loved when we were at, was it when we were at Enchanticon? Was it you or John that kept asking me like what people's username was when we would like meet them? And I'd be like, oh, like so and so,
Well-
and then I'd be like, oh, this is at blah blah blah.
Well, I kept calling people by usernames. I kept being like, "Oh yeah, it's this person. What's their real name?" And you'd be like, "It's this." I was the other way. Sorry.
I think John was the one where I was like, oh, it's this person from Discord, where I was like
Oh yeah. I'm just like a visual person, so like it's tied to what I had seen.
Yeah.
But I need to like put people's usernames next to their real names and study before the next one. Give myself flashcards.
Study flashcards, yes. Anyway, so I read Between Two Kings. This was even more wild than the first book. I gave it 3 stars. 3 stars. It felt a little less structured and more drawn out, so I wasn't quite as like I gotta finish. I gotta read more of this book. I wasn't quite as immersed as book 1.
Did you go like book 1 straight to book 2?
I might have waited a week in between because I think we had started Brimstone at that point. But I didn't wait that long. I, however, was also under the impression that my girl Tem would be between 2 kings in this book, and she was not. Not a single time was she between 2 kings. So adjust your expectations accordingly. And have a great
I guess she is, having read book 1, but like not physically.
No. I was under the impression this was a physical placement.
I mean, with the book content that it is, I feel like that's a fair assumption.
Yeah. She's with lots of other not kings, but it's a journey. There's just would recommend. But how dare she not be between 2
The
kings?
comments are cracking me up. Haley goes, well, that's misleading. 1 star.
Not the lady at Olive Garden, Martha.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Honestly, if I heard a stranger talking about this in public, I would probably be that person. Be like, are you talking about Marie Antoinette?
Exactly.
With the series.
That's so funny.
So yeah, I still would recommend. It's wildly unhinged. It's a journey. But yeah, that's.
I'm on that.
And I think there's another book. Yeah,
I haven't read book 2.
There's one more book coming. Mm-hmm. No pun intended. So let's talk about you.
Wow, she went there.
What did you read, Lauren?
Okay, so Lauren from Book Huddle came on our podcast, and she and Kyle like connected over book recs, specifically I think Dungeon Crawler Carl, and then it was like what to read after that. Even it was supposed to be after what to read after Brimstone. Kyle's conversation was what to read after Dungeon Crawler Carl. So she suggested to him Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and he immediately read it, like that night, bought it on Audible and started it. So he's raving about it and of course telling me to read it. And I know you bought it, and so you've been talking about it. It's also all over the internet. And
I haven't read it yet, but I did purchase it. Yes.
Well, you've talked about it. And so it's like, I'm hearing about it, but I really wanted to read it before the movie came out. But also, Kyle is so hyped about this book. And when is Kyle ever hyped about a book? So I felt like it was a requirement to read. And it was so good. Everybody else go read this book, please. Kyle and I just keep quoting it nonstop to each other. A specific character, the way they talk is very unique. And so we've been talking like that character to each other, which is really funny. And I cried like a baby girl at the end of this one. Oh, it got me so good. Guys, it's so good. I can't wait for the movie. Don't look at the trailer for the movie. It's super spoilery. As probably a movie trailer is. It's a good trailer for what the movie is. But like if you haven't read the book or you plan to, it is very spoilery for that. But this has got to be one of the best for the year. Like top of my list. And it's just so good. And I would highly, 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 highly suggest audiobook for this one. I'm great with like you immersive reading or whatever, but there is a musical element to the book. And so getting to hear that, because it plays it, is unique. In fact, I haven't seen the physical book. Like I don't own it. And so I'm really interested to know what that looks like in the book. Like, is it notated? Like, is there like written notation in my book? Can I go play it on the piano or what it is? I don't know. It is sci-fi. It is that it's like a, I guess, dystopian world where the world is ending because of a thing in outer space. And so they send a spaceship out for like a Hail Mary plan. Like it is their Hail Mary to save the Earth. So that's where it is.
I'm so
The-
excited to read that.
It's so good. It's so good. Everybody read it.
Okay.
Seriously. Right now.
Okay.
All right. See you guys next month.
Okay,
And
bye.
just kidding. Because we have to talk about my next
Oh
read.
no. Oh no.
Okay, so we also had the honor of getting to hang out with our friends at Banter and Bookmarks this month in December. And one of the questions they asked us was about our unhinged reads. And then we started sharing all sorts of unhinged reads. And I think you have maybe one or two on this list of books you read because of this conversation as well.
Yep.
We had a really fun text conversation going back and forth with them about some of these new unhinged novellas that we found. And the one I found was called Frisky the Snowman by Lauren Beale. This is by far the most unhinged random crap I've ever read in my entire life. One of the I finished the book and I also had a moment where I was like, Kyle, you will not believe what I'm reading. Oh yeah, that's a requirement. I went up to Kyle and was like, you will not believe what I'm reading. And I started explaining this whole thing. And he's just looking at me like, what? Who are you? It was so funny. But anyways, I finished the book and I go on Goodreads and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to rate this thing. Like what? But one of the other reviews said 2 stars just for the laughs. And I went, honestly, I agree with that. 2
Fair.
stars. Just for the laughs. I'm here for that.
Pure entertainment.
It is wild. So if you really, really like snowmen and you like unique ways to use vegetables and you want a book with a hint of murder, this is the book for you.
I forgot about the murder.
And if you want it in like 53 pages, you got it. This is the one.
I'm dead. That's amazing.
If that didn't sell you on it, I don't know what will. So. Oh my god, it was a wild book. I know. I love how murder's freaking everyone out. It freaked me out too, guys. Anyways, go read it. 53 pages. You can do that tonight. Anyways.
You could do that. Yeah.
Oh, it's not cucumbers. I think you would assume the vegetable based off the cover. Yes, there you are, Marlissa. That's the one. All right. So after that, I was like, okay, I need probably a normal holiday read. I need to come back to reality. So I decided to read Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. This book had just come out. I think and Good Spirits were the two that I feel like I saw everywhere for like this Christmas's hot reads or whatever. So I wanted to make sure to read it. But it just wasn't for me. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it. I gave it 2 stars. Maybe it was like my post Project Hail Mary book hangover situation.
That could
be where I'm at. The concept of the book was very Hallmark, which I have no problem with. I love Hallmark movies, but it just was very predictable. It just felt very basic cookie cutter, what you would expect kind of a thing. So I feel like in the right time, I would have probably enjoyed it more. I think other people who've read this book and are hyping it all over the internet, it makes sense. There wasn't anything like super horrible about this book that I would tell anyone to go away from. It just didn't hit right for me.
Yeah.
Where I was.
So like read this first and then read Project Hail Mary after.
Yeah, and follow that up with Frisky the Snowman.
Just for the combo. After you cry, then you'll need to laugh with Frisky.
Oh my god.
Is the snowman's name Frisky?
So she builds the snowman and she names it Frisky. But when Frisky gets his hat and becomes a regular man, they end up calling him end up calling him something, but I don't remember what his actual name is. Guess I got to reread.
Dang it. I need to know.
But let's be clear that she makes the snowman and spends time with the snowman and then puts his hat on and then he becomes a man. So that's how the book starts.
Important distinction. Oh, well,
Anyways.
my next read is not much better. I read Bad Santas. This was another novella that we had talked about in our episode of Banter Bookmarks. And they were also all reading it at the same time. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to read this smutty novella. However, I did not know until way too late in this very short novella that this why choose smutty situation was with a man dressed as Santa Claus from a corporate Christmas party who follows the FMC home. And then it was also his son and stepson. And I didn't know that until it was too late.
Okay,
I was too far into the novella.
Okay, so you had texted me about this right before I started reading. What was that book called?
Kiss of the Basilisk.
Kiss of the Basilisk. And then I got to this one part and I was like, why was she so offended? Didn't she already read this other book?
I did. I sure did. There's definitely weirder things, cringier things probably in Kiss of the Basilisk. I think the difference is that this was just corporate America. This was this is the world that I am immersed in day to day. And if I went to a Christmas party at my office and was followed home by Santa and he brought his two sons, I just in this
I understand the
unhinged fantasy smut situation. Sure. And that doesn't happen simultaneously. In the other one. Anyway, it was just that was weird the whole time. So I gave it 2 stars. That's my story about that one.
Yeah. But the texting back and forth with Banner and Bookmarks, 10 out of 10. So what I'm saying is find those friends, everyone, and send each other the weirdest crap and read it together.
Yeah. Michelle asked if they were all dressed like Santa. They were not all dressed like Santa. However, she had told Santa when she sat on his lap at the Christmas party that she wanted 3 masked men for Christmas. And that's why he followed her home and brought the 2 others. So they were all masked. And then they were calling each other Christmassy names. It just kept getting weirder. I don't know.
How long is this novella?
I have no idea. 50 pages, maybe.
Okay.
It has to be at least 53 because it was not my shortest read of the year, but it wasn't that long. It was pretty quick. Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah. Other than me in a minute talking about Kiss of the Basilisk, I think that's the end of our weird books. I think. So everybody,
for now,
we can come back to normal. I think. For now. All right. I finished whatever books I had just finished, and I was sitting at 96 reads, and I just needed to get to 100. My goal is I started at 50, went to 75, went to 90, but once I hit somewhere above that, and I was like, oh, but if I could just get to 100, that would be so great. So I found 4 novellas that were part of a series on Kindle Unlimited. They came out a couple years ago, with Kindle Unlimited coming out with their little series. And so this is the Home Sweet Holidays series. The first one is called Snow Place Like Home by Laura Pavlov. Sure.
Okay. I don't know.
And I don't either. And I just found them online. It was my attempt to get to 100. And this was high school, her older brother's best friend. And they were friends in high school, and then they went their separate ways, and now her older brother's getting married, and so he's the best man and she's the maid of honor type of a thing. It was cute. It wasn't great. I don't know. I gave it 2 stars. It just was. And whenever I was trying to rate it and trying to figure it out or whatever, I had seen someone else's Goodread review where they said this was the worst of the series. So because of that, I was like, okay, maybe I'll keep reading this series. I'll just see. I didn't read all 4 of them. I just want to be clear. But I was like,
Okay.
maybe this will be fine. So the second one is called Merry and Bright, and this is by Allie Rosen. And this one was my favorite. This one was so cute. The
Aw.
two meet on a plane, which is like very Christmas in Coconut Creek, which I appreciated.
It is.
I know. And they're both kind of like weirdly, start having this conversation, not weird, but just like naturally start having a conversation with a stranger and kind of express that neither are excited to go home for the holidays, her for Christmas, him for Hanukkah. Wait, her for Hanukkah, him for Christmas, because of how they are treated or perceived by their family for various reasons. But so they make this weird pact that he's going to come to the however many days of Hanukkah celebrations that her family has planned that he ends up being a part of, not all of them, but most. And then she goes to Christmas and Christmas Eve with his family. And I was laughing. I ended up crying at the end of this one. It was just so cute for how few pages it was. I loved it. I just ate it up. I don't know what it was about
Wow.
this one, but I loved it.
Aw.
So Merry and Bright by Allie
Yay.
Rosen. Yeah, it was a good one. The
Cute.
third in the series is All Wrapped Up in You by Rosie Dannon. I liked this one. I gave it 3 stars. It's a hot doctor and a comedian.
Okay.
starting off strong. Hot doctor and an ER doctor. Ugh, wearing scrubs.
I don't know why that's
Anyway.
extra hot, but it is.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't make the rules.
I just gladly accept them. The story starts with a lot of miscommunication or assumptions about each other, but it all like comes to light on Christmas Eve, and that's kind of where you pick up the story. So there is that part of the story, I suppose, but you're seeing the resolution of it, like with the miscommunication. So I still wasn't a hugest fan of just like the book itself for various reasons, but I'm not a huge, I don't mind a minor miscommunication, but when it's like the whole story and that's all it is. Yeah. And so this was a lot of that, but obviously like the very end of it. So it wasn't bad, but wasn't life-changing, I suppose. And the last one was called You Better Not Pout by Mia Sosa. And this is an author I have read before and enjoyed her books. And is one that when I saw the 4, I was like, oh, I know Mia Sosa. Like, I'll probably like this book, whatever. This is an engaged couple who break up like right before the holidays, but decide instead of like making drama, they were just going to go together to their holiday and pretend to be together. And then end up getting back together. And that's great. I'm so happy for them. But I feel like some of their reasons were like really valid. And then they just kind of were
breaking
like,
up?
oh, yes. But then they're just kind of like, oh, but it's us and our family and love. And sure. I'm sure that happens. But it just, I just kept being like, but didn't he? But don't you? The whole time. I just wanted to yell at them. So I only gave it 2 stars. So all in all, this whole little novella series, they were quick. They were simple reads, but I don't know that I would recommend them over other Christmas novellas or books that I've seen out there. So
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, get ready for one of my most intriguing and insightful book reviews I have ever given.
God, stop it.
On the internet. The next book that I read was from, I believe, a novella collection from was it last year's Amazon Prime? The like Kindle Unlimited Christmas novellas. And so I read Cruel Winter with You by Allie Hazelwood because I think I just wanted to go for one of those like safe authors that I knew was probably going to be cute, just something like short and light. Here's what I wrote. To be honest, I know I rated this 4 stars, so I must have thought it was cute. I remember quite literally nothing about it. I've been racking my brain for days. I don't remember the plot. I don't remember the characters.
Google it.
I just wanted to test my brain and it failed. I don't remember anything. This was like just maybe 2 weeks ago.
God.
I remember nothing. But apparently it was good enough that I gave it 4 stars. So
it's Allie Hazelwood, so it's probably pretty good. That's so funny. Well, because I had literally been working in this script, and I came in after you had already finished your part, and so I'm writing my stuff about these 4 novellas, and I googled each one because I was like, I don't remember which one was which people because I read them all, and then I get here and it was just like I couldn't remember anything. And I was like, I wish I would have thought of that and just wrote that out. I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I was trying to backdate my story graph because I realized I was like 2 months behind on putting stuff into story graph. And so I was backdating it today. And I couldn't even remember if I did this audio or digital. I don't know.
Wow.
I have no idea.
But it's 4 stars, everyone.
But it's 4
I also
stars. So
think it's
like,
fun, and
yeah.
I feel like I remember it being good, but I couldn't tell you a year later what it was about. But
Anyway, so there's that. Yeah.
all right. Good times. My next, we're just flying through, everybody. We got a lot to cover tonight.
We
My
do.
next one was Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straube. Split or Swallow. Number 1, I was 1000% influenced by Con to read this book. Not because you like told me I should or texted me separately. It's just from these conversations.
I'm so glad you
And
did.
yeah, what a wild ride that was.
Ayo.
Oh, wow. Hey, okay. I liked the actual story more than I thought I would. I wasn't sure what I was getting into other than like spicy spice. Oh, yes.
Sorry, Haley just commented about the plot and now I remember it. It just came back. I'm sorry.
I'm so happy for you. Was it
I
4
really
stars?
liked it. Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Okay, back to this.
That's so funny. Okay, so I really liked the story more than I thought I would. Like I just knew it was going to be spicy, weird smut. But the actual plot of the book was more intriguing than I thought it would be. The spice was insane. Like literally crazy at times. So I think when you had talked about it last time, a lot of people were asking you questions about how much it was and blah blah blah. My advice is simply just go in expecting everything and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you just go in, and also because it's a fantasy world, there's a lot of things that they're like, oh, that's just our culture, that's just our way. Accept that. Yes,
Yep.
they're literally basilisks.
Take it at face value.
Doing it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's what they say about their culture, then okay. Then I think you're gonna be fine. I think people who would read that and like be like, oh, that's what, that's not how it is, and then maybe that's the negative comments on this book. But if you just take the words and accept them as reality for the book that it is, you'll be fine.
Yes.
My biggest complaint with it, and the reason I gave it 4 stars instead of 5, I got really annoyed at the FMC at times. I just felt like she went from a literal no one to just feeling like she was entitled to literally everything very quickly. And there was times that she would go from 0 to screaming and yelling at MMC for their behavior. And it just felt whiny to me.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but like more than once.
Yeah.
And I just every time I was like, oh my gosh, girl. Like he's literally sacrificing everything for you. Calm down. You have 2 of them. Like take a chill pill.
Yes.
Anyways, so it was just that. Everything else about it, it's wild, it's crazy, and it was, and 4 stars for me. And I do want to read book 2, but I felt like I needed a break from
also fair.
Frisky the Snowman and this and whatever other random stuff is happening right now. And I will go back to it after a smut break, question mark. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Sure. It took me a little longer to read book 2. I think just because it's like, it's just, there's so much.
Well, and they're really long, LOL. Books, it's like 24 hours audiobook. And I feel like that's wild, but because there's so much of like the smut, but there's so much plot. Like it needed to be that long. There's so many books that it's too much plot and not enough of the other. And there's so many books that it's too much of like smut and not enough plot. This one I felt like a really good balance for what it was.
I would agree.
Because it was an insanely long book.
Yeah.
But
Book 2, I feel like, had a little less plot, so it felt a little longer than it
Mm,
needed to be. LOL.
sure.
But um, overall, though, crazy. And seeing her
Yeah.
little teasers on Instagram of book 3 as she's like, her little like notes to herself are just, I'm absolutely going to read the third one. That's definitely happening.
I want to be her friend. I want to know how she is in real life. Like,
Yeah.
where does this come from in your brain?
Yeah. She is one that I would really love to go to like an author signing or like a book talk or
Yeah,
something. I would love to see her in
absolutely.
person. I know she just did a tour for this one, so hopefully she'll do a tour for her next book and we can just go to that
Absolutely.
and be her friend.
100%. I'll be there.
Perfect. Okay, well, my next one, you've probably heard me yap about before. It's one of my favorite books. It is Christmas in Coconut Creek by Carissa Kinward. This is book 1 in the Dirty Delta series. There will be 4 in this series total. If you know me, you know that I am obsessed with this book and I will probably never shut up about it. So just get ready to keep hearing me talk about it every year. This is my 3rd year reading Christmas in Coconut Creek. And every year I'm like leading into the Christmas season, I'm like, did this book still hold up? Like, I should probably reread it and just make sure that the wreck is still good. And it is always still good. It's always still good. Frankie Casado is one of my top book boyfriends ever. I should probably just start including him in my book boyfriend list because usually we just do romantasy. He's up there for me. He would be in
Yeah.
my romantasy top 10 too, even though this is not a romantasy, it's just romance.
Mhm. It's your
This makes me
romantasy.
so happy. It's my romantasy. It makes me so happy when you guys tell me that you read my books that I love and you also love that. It makes me so happy. That's like my whole channel in Discord is all people telling me that they're reading Emily Henry, and I'm like,
Aw.
oh, I'm a proud mama. Anyway. The banter in this book is delicious. And I also really love the FMC, which I feel like is rare for me, especially in romance books, that I like really appreciate the female main character, like just as a character, as a person. It is on Kindle Unlimited and it can be read at any time of year. It does not have to be Christmas time. And book 2 is also not like a Christmas time book. It's like spring.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah.
book 2 is out now. And then there are 2 more coming. I think she's working on book 3 now. I've seen some little teasers of like fan art and stuff. But
We should have her. I don't know. We should do her for book club, or we need to somehow talk to her.
yeah,
She
why
would
haven't
do
we
that
thought
too
of
because
that?
you
She
are
would.
always posting about her, and she's like talks to you like you guys are besties for the resties. So
I love her so much. She sent me a little
yeah,
PR
she's so
box for
nice.
book 2, and it
Oh,
had a
we
little
saw.
signed copy. Yeah, you did. You sure did. You sure did see that. She sent me a little signed copy of the book, and she's so sweet. Yeah, we need to do
This
that.
is book 2 is the one that Con got those adult images. I don't know how else to say it. That she shared with us at
Spicy
once
fan
upon a
art.
time.
Yeah, not
Yes.
safe for
Yes,
work.
yes.
Barely safe for my home.
It's like in the book, in the back of the bookshelf.
Tucked away. Yeah.
The great art. Yes.
Great art.
Yes.
Yep.
With the weird extra leg situation.
Or a missing leg. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
The extra leg.
Good
All
times.
right. Anyway.
All right. My next book was That's a Great Question. I'd Love to Tell You by Elise Myers. I really
Cute.
like Elise Myers. I love her so
Yeah.
much and all of her videos. And I also want to be her friend. She just seems like the best. And I really enjoyed her book as far as what it was. Like, I wasn't sure going into it because I've seen not great reviews about it for
Mhm.
reasons that I didn't necessarily see or agree with, I guess, necessarily, but sure. But to me, I gave the book 3 stars. Her story is so cute, but I felt like it was just I know all of that because I follow you on the internet. Like, I didn't feel like I learned anything new. I don't feel like there was any new insights or takes. And
Mhm.
then also, like, when you're reading someone's other book, and I know this isn't like a memoir, but it is like about her and stuff. And there's often like still something from that relationship that you maybe can take for yourself or like advice or something. And I don't feel like there was any of that. It was just like, and
Yeah.
here's my story.
Storytelling. Yeah.
And she told you, yeah, that's a great question. I'd love to tell you. And she did.
And she did.
Cool. And I was like,
told
all right, read the book, 3 stars.
Uh-huh.
And then moved on. And it's not long. And when you
Yeah.
listen at a faster speed, it was really just like started it one day, finished it the next kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Yeah,
Still
I
love her.
felt similarly. I wish I wish there was more about her life now, like kind of some
Sure.
newer stories of like what she's experiencing now or something. Because I felt like so much of it was like her childhood, which was still interesting to read, but I loved like the newer stuff that she had added toward the end. So I
Well,
that's why I think when we talked about this, I was like, I hope she keeps writing because I like reading in her
yeah,
brain.
I followed it so easily. Like there wasn't
Yeah.
any writing complaints or whatever. And she narrated the book herself. I did audio. And so that
Yeah, it
was
was
fun
cute.
in and of itself. But also like you were saying, like I wish she wrote about now. Cause I feel like she shared stories I already know, like about her and
Uh-huh.
Jonas, her husband, and some of those things. You just watch her videos and you get that. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think I would have wanted some of those behind the scenes
Yeah.
things, or even what it's like being an influencer and doing the crazy stuff she does, or some of those experiences that she doesn't share about on the internet.
Mhm.
But that's okay. Maybe she
Yeah.
will keep writing and we'll get that later.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I would
It was
totally
cute.
read it because I like her. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm getting back on this is my next TED Talk about Emily Henry that I've also been on a million times, but I reread this book and I have to talk about it. Once again, if you know me, you also know that Emily Henry is one of my all-time favorite authors, and I am so excited for the movie that is
For
coming out
both.
this weekend. Yes, for both. On Friday, this movie comes out on Netflix, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I decided to read this one for the 5th time. I think this is the 5th time I've read this book, and I still love it just as much as the first time I read it. I was listening to the audiobook narrated by Julia Whalen, by the way. So if you haven't listened to the audio, I just love her. I had to I had to stop what I was doing and sit down to focus on the scene where like the characters finally get together. Like I don't already have it memorized. This is the 5th time.
I was gonna say, how many times have you read this? 5 is wild.
I love Poppy and Alex so much. And I love a book with multiple timelines. Like it goes back and forth between
Mm,
this summer and like the previous, 10 summers or something. I love
right.
that. I also love that's why I love Carly Fortune's books as well. So if you like People We Meet on Vacation, or if you like Carly Fortune, I think you would enjoy that crossover. But it's so sweet and cozy, and I will probably cry through the whole movie just because I love her books so much. I'm
And aren't
so
you like going to
excited.
a watch party? You're not just like watching it at your house?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. The bookstore here in Cincinnati, Joseph Beth, they're doing a watch party on Friday night, and it's free to go, but it is like ticketed, like you still have to reserve a
Yeah.
spot. And so I just like as soon as I saw that email, I was like, I'm getting a ticket right now. And then I told John about it, and he said he wanted to come with me. He's never read Emily
Oh,
Henry,
that's
but
cute.
he said he wanted to come, so I got another ticket, and he's gonna come with
What if
me to
he's
the
like
watch party.
surprise reading it right now? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh, I would die. I would die. I
John,
need
if
him to
you're in
catch up
this
on
live.
Stranger Things though too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so he's gonna come with me, and honestly, most of the reason I'm going is because Emily Henry does not do in-person events like ever. She doesn't do book tours. She
Hmm,
doesn't do
right.
like even she lives in Cincinnati though. Like she lives in my city and
Ooh,
never
what
does
if she
anything in
shows up?
person. That's what I'm saying. So she
Because
did not
hasn't
say
she
that
done
she
that
will be at this
before?
event.
Where she just has
I
shown
think
up to
one time,
things?
maybe one time it was at the Novel Neighbor in St. Louis. And I was like,
Oh,
why don't
yeah,
we live
yeah,
there?
yeah.
I live in her town and she's six hours away.
Rude.
Anyway,
Emily,
so
if
she's
you're in
done
this live.
First of all, I love you. Second of all, please come on Friday. She has done virtual events with Joseph Beth before. Like there was a virtual one that she did with Julia Whalen, and it was hosted by Joseph Beth, but it was not in person. So
Mm,
I feel like this is probably the best chance that I will ever have of seeing her
ever.
in person. Like
Yeah.
if she maybe shows up after the movie or something. So that's why I'm going for the most part, because I'm probably gonna embarrass myself, like literally crying during this movie in public. But
That's fine.
yeah,
Just wear
it's fine.
like your phone constantly recording so that if she walks in, you're just ready.
Just in case. I
So
need
you
John to
have
do it though, because
recorded the
I'm gonna
whole
be
movie.
freaking out.
That's fair.
It's on Netflix though.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you've recorded just in case she shows up
Yeah,
and you're just
yeah.
ready. Take your
Oh, take
book
your
and a
book and
Sharpie just
Sharpie.
in
The
case.
problem is that I have a lot of
Smart.
them.
Pick one. Pick all of them.
Uh, I have the special edition of People We Meet on Vacation, but it's already signed. It's personalized, but it was just something I ordered through Joseph Beth.
Yeah.
And my eyes crossed. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. That's very sweet.
Yeah. We'll all be like stalking your Discord, or I guess even BPNF social media for updates on if this happens. Can't wait.
I don't know what to wear. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I feel like I need like a poppy coated outfit, you know? Like I gotta wear something funky and cute.
Yeah. I mean, see that? I thought you meant like to meet Emily.
Yeah, that is what I mean.
Oh, got it.
Just in case.
That's fair.
Ashley, do you mind signing all 8 of these? Actually, how many do I have? Hold on.
She's got
1,
a lot.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus the copy. I think I have 2 copies that are out with other people right now. So I have 11.
Of just People We Meet on Vacation?
No, Emily Henry as a whole.
I have 2. You were talking about just this one book.
I have 2 for People We Meet on Vacation. I think the most that I have is Happy Place. I have 3 of Happy Place.
I have
but
one,
some of
and
them
you
are
bought
signed.
it for me.
Look at that. Anyway, yeah, okay. Stay tuned for that. So, okay, our last one that we talk about before we do wrap up stuff. Where are we at right now?
Right.
Are we over? Oh, no, we're okay. Look at us. We're right at about. Oh,
look at
John
us.
Texted me. John just texted me and said, "I love you so much. I can hear you through my headphones when you get really excited."
Aw, he loves you.
He's upstairs in his office, probably with the door closed. I'm shrieking about Emily Henry. Okay, last book that we are talking about before our whole 2025 is our book club book for this month, which was by B.K. Borison. Yay! Lauren, what did you think about this book?
Okay, this was my first B.K. Borison book ever. Like I've never read any of her other stuff. And so I was like kind of excited going into it. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I personally I didn't find anything like life-changing or nothing like super stuck out to me as like 5 stars. I gave it 4. But I really enjoyed the book. Loved it. Yeah. Read it. I was like, oh, that was cute. 4 stars. That's where I left it.
So sweet. I gave this 5 stars. I love this book so much. I'm a big fan of B.K. Borison already, but I wasn't sure, like knowing that this had some sort of magical realism spin on it. I wasn't sure like how it was going to go. I loved every minute of this though. It was so cute. And I just related to the FMC like so hard. And I think that's partially why I just loved it so much. And there was like the
eating candy canes.
Yeah. How I always have them in my pocket.
Always. For John. You have them for John to snack on.
You would too. If I carried candy canes around, absolutely.
You carried any. You just like have a bag of peach rings, just like randomly. Love of his life.
He's getting a little so angry. I'd just be like, "Here you go. You want a peach ring?" Anyway, I thought it was so cute. I loved the banter. I loved the world building of like the afterlife office situation was so hilarious to me, and I'm very excited for Grim Tidings. So cute.
But there's a second one? I had no idea.
Yeah, it's called Grim Tidings. It's about the Grim Reaper.
Oh, that's fun. I had no idea.
It's coming out next year, I think, in the fall.
Oh, yeah. Book club?
Recovering people pleasers unite. Precisely. Yes. Oh yeah, this is the Target special edition. Yes, for those of you talking about it. I think the original one has a blue cover with pink and red sprayed edges, right?
And that's the one with the bonus chapter.
This is the Target. Oh, I forgot to read the bonus chapter. Dang it. It's the whole reason I got
so much. The best book ever.
I forgot. Gets me every time. Somebody already reminded me too, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that." I forgot. How long?
And everyone was like, "And you forgot it again" in Discord, and now they're doing it right now in the comments.
And it happened again. I'm sorry. 9 months later. This wasn't in the audiobook. I definitely did not read this. Okay, but it's so short. That's like 5 pages. I'll do that.
Read it to me. Oh.
I'll do my best accent for the
It'd be better than his. I
Probably. Yeah, that was a struggle.
mm,
The narrator was a
mm.
struggle at first. I did adjust to it eventually, but
It was fine.
yeah.
Like, yeah, as far as the narrator goes, but knowing what the accent's supposed to be and knowing how much I would have loved probably
Yeah.
this book so much more if the accent was what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.
If they could just have like Anthony Palmini re-record this in his Renfus accent, I
If
think
he
that
could
would
just
be
do Anthony Palmini on everything, sounds
yeah.
great.
That honestly, that'd be great.
I'd be a fan. Okay, well, if you would like to read with us and the rest of our BPNF book club, we would love to have you. We discuss each book throughout the month using the Fable app, and that allows for some spoiler free conversations. And then it is typically followed by a live event at the end of each month. We did not do one for December, so this is our first time
Yes.
talking about this book, even together.
Mhm.
We haven't done that at all, but we will be back to our regularly scheduled live events for book club in January. And we discuss the whole book together,
Yeah.
spoilers and all.
Yes. And in January, our Found Family and Endless Appreciation members on Patreon voted for We Who Will Die by Stasia Stark. How do you say her name?
Stasia? I don't know.
Stacia?
I don't know.
Stacia? That's how I keep saying it in my
Stasia
head.
Park. Oh,
I'm
Kill
very
or be
excited to read
killed.
this though. Oh, is that what it says on that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
All I know
That's
is
very
that I
cool.
saw that it is Vampire Diaries meets Gladiator.
That's also what I've heard.
Sold. I heard the word
Yeah.
vampire and then I was sold. And then it was followed by the word diaries, immediate top of the TBR. I'm glad I got picked for book club. I would be reading this anyway.
Yeah, so that will be our January read. I believe, and I'm not going to pretend like I know what day book club is. I think it's the 27th.
27th? That's my guess too.
It's in a
You
few
picked
weeks.
today.
We'll
Yeah,
be
27th.
we will be meeting again to discuss that in a few weeks.
Sweet. I'm
Yeah.
excited. All right. Well, before we officially kick off as far as these events go for 2026, we want to spend a little time reflecting on all the books we read in 2025 with all of you. We had an amazing year of books, an amazing year with this community. The bookish community is literally the best. It's my favorite thing of all of it. So we just want to say thank you for just being here and typing all your answers for us to talk about with you. And
Yeah.
for just being in the chat and giving us your recs and taking hours. And yeah, we just love you guys so much. You're the
Yeah.
best.
You are the best. Okay. Yeah. So we would love to hear your responses for all of these things too. We're going to do a little more of like a rapid fire and some quick stats and stuff for this year. So, starting with some quick stats for 2025, the total number of books you read in 2025, if you know that number, we would love to see it.
Yes.
For me, I read 95, including rereads.
Yes.
Goodreads just it ripped me off again on the it said 95 like all year, like not all year, but it includes my rereads until it does the wrap up for the year, and then it takes the rereads out and it said
What?
84. Yeah,
Oh, mine did not do that.
that was rude. I don't know why
That
I
is
keep
rude.
it happens
You
on story
struggle.
drafts too.
Yeah, you struggle
I
with your
know.
rereads. And all you do is reread. So.
That's all I do. I love a good reread. I do. I need to quit yelling.
Oh my
Constantly
God.
texting
Somebody
me.
read 200 books, 150. I'm so
Whoa.
impressed with
Wow.
everybody. 55. Oh, 107, 105. Oh my gosh. I'm so
Dang.
impressed. I read 103. My goal was 50. And then I got really close to that. And so I moved it up to 75. And then I got close to that and moved it up to 90. And then I got to 90 and I was like, let's top it off at 100. And I still ended at 103. So,
Aw. Oh,
yeah,
my goal
proud of
was
myself.
50 also. I forgot to say
Yeah.
that, but I just left it there.
We did it. We did. Claudia read 323 books.
That makes
And
sense. I feel like
And somehow
anytime-
Claudia wasn't the TBR killer in October.
somehow against all odds.
I know.
I feel like anytime there's a like in the book talk channel on Discord, like anytime somebody mentions a book and is like, has anyone read this? And Claudia's like, oh, I read it. It was good.
Yeah, she's read everything.
Yeah.
Claudia, do you do audiobooks or your eyeballs reading all of these? Is it digital, physical? You got like one audiobook playing while you're reading a different book? How are we doing this? I'd love to know.
I love it.
I know. Very, very, very impressive. So next would be what's our average star rating for this? You might have to actually like go and look in your little book apps
Yeah.
because I don't know that anyone has this readily off the top of their brains. I was also surprised to see it because I hadn't looked at this yet. My average star rating is 3.99 stars. So close to a 4.
Ah,
But
so close.
yeah.
And mine's 4.3. It's my average for the
That's
year.
a great year for like
Yeah.
when you think about all the books you're reading, and I also I'm okay that they're both like at least for mine, I can't speak for you, but that it's close to 4 cuz I feel
Yeah.
like I used to be like a 5 stars, 5 stars. And I feel like I'm getting to a place where I know what I appreciate and I like
Uh-huh.
and am curating my reading a little bit better to that. I'm good with 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
3.99.
That's a good one.
Mhm. Yeah.
9. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do your longest and shortest read for the year. So my shortest one was from the is it Halloween novellas? Is that what those were?
Yeah.
It was called My Boyfriends Are All Monsters by Kimberly Lemming. I think that was 53 pages. And my longest book was Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I actually have no idea how long that was. I'm going to Google that real quick, but you go ahead and say yours.
Okay, Google mine too while you're at it so that I'm ready for that when I get there.
Oh,
My shortest when I got my like Goodreads graphic thing in your email because they always send it days early, which is so annoying because it's like Goodreads, I'm still reading. But anyways,
yeah, rude.
it was it was Frisky the Snowman, and I was like, no, absolutely not. No, this is not on this graphic. And then when I was reading those 4 novellas, You Better Not Pout was 1 page less. And so once I added that, that is my shortest read. You Better Not Pout by Mia Sosa. Dodged one with that.
Ah,
My longest book was The Eye of the Bedlam Bride by Matt Dinniman. I believe that is book 5 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Those
okay.
books are thick. They're
Mhm.
they're they're big chunks.
Yeah.
So I
And
Googled it.
ours were close. So it says it's approximately 832 pages for Eye of the Bedlam Bride, and
Nice.
Heat of the Everflame is 848. So
They're big.
some chunky ones.
Did
Yeah.
you audio that? What'd you do?
I did mostly audio, I believe. I think those are
Yeah.
also all of those books are on Kindle Unlimited as well. So I would switch back and forth sometimes, but that one took me a while to get through.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
saying Kingdom of Ash is 984, but I feel like when I'm looking at Kingdom of Ash compared to what I know Bedlam Bride looks like, I feel like that's not.
It could be the font size
It's
and the
got to
page
be
size.
because it's in the office where Kyle does his recordings. I could go
Yeah.
grab it, but is she big?
Yeah.
She a big one.
The paperback of Kingdom of Ash, I think, looks a lot thicker than the hardcover because it's like shorter pages. But
I mean, I have the. Are you saying the hardcover is longer or the?
like the hardcover has bigger pages, but I think the paperback is a lot thicker.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
The Dungeon Crawler Carl series, I think, is only in hardback. I don't think I've seen paperback. For
I
that.
don't know. I saw one. Maybe this was the one that I saw at the bookstore the other day, though, because I sent
It
you a
is.
picture of it. And I was like, this is
And you're like,
huge.
I know. I texted with Ashley S. and we were DMing each other that day, and I was like, "LOL." Con just texted me about Bedlam Bride being so big.
I can't
It's funny.
believe you've read 103 books this year, and these were like 7 of them.
I know, and they're giant, but oh my god, the audiobooks—they're just insane. It's just so good,
Oh yeah, that's fair.
so good.
All right. What do we
Okay,
got?
the next one is our most read or reread authors. And so, flowing right into this, Matt Dinniman was my top. That's the author of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. He's got 7 books there. The next was Tessa Bailey because I think she's just my fallback when I need something, like I said earlier, that I can
Yeah.
trust and know will be good. So I had 6 books from her. And then Bryn Weaver because I read the Butcher and Blackbird series and then read the 3 in the series plus the novella. And then we read
Oh yeah,
tourist season
tourist season.
for book club. So that ended up being
Yeah.
5 books. Yep.
That one's so pretty, that copy.
I know. And I
Oh,
got the other one.
oh yeah. Oh, they're so shiny.
So
love
I
it.
had this one from Book of the Month when we did it at book club
Oh yeah.
and I sold it when I got rid of a bunch of books, specifically because I wanted a special edition of this one. Like I wanted the book, but I wanted not the book of the month one. So I was waiting specifically for this one. The third one hasn't come out yet, but I will be getting that as well when it does.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. For me, my most reread author mostly was Emily Henry because I do my annual
What?
reread. Shock of the year. I do my annual reread of all her books because she's been on a rotation where she has a new one out every spring, except now that's not the case for 2026 because she's been working on the movie. But so I reread all of them before Great Big Beautiful Life came out, and then I just reread People We Meet on Vacation again. So I had 7 for her, and then 6 for Carissa Broadbent because I finished the War of Lost Hearts series at the beginning of the year, and then I read through Crowns of Nyaxia, aside from the newest one. I haven't read that one yet. So there were 6 for her, and then 6 for Rebecca Yarros because I read Onyx Storm twice, and then reread Fourth Wing and Iron Flame for the pod, and then I read Variation and the sad book, The Last Letter.
The sad book. I was like, how did you read more Rebecca Yarros than me? I read all of that for the pod too, but I didn't read any of her other books. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay, so for this year, was there a genre that you thought you would read more of versus what you actually ended up reading? So I think I was planning to read like more fantasy in 2025, and I ended up reading a lot more romance, I think, but I'm not mad about that. I feel like my brain needed a break for like most of this year, like a good portion of this year.
I love that. I purposely wanted to read more outside of fantasy and romance.
Mhm.
Like I that's all I ever read. And we did read that one murder book
Oh yeah, We Solve Murders.
for book club. Yeah, for book club. So I did one. But
You read a lot of
99.999%
fantasy.
was fantasy romance. And I usually read like contemporary, big fantasy. And then it's like it's almost like fantasy is my palate cleanser from
Mhm.
romance. It's like almost backwards.
Yeah.
But so my TBR, physical TBR is just piling with fantasy romance. So I just decided when I was going to finish my physical TBR that's all I ended up reading with. I just read a ton of romantasy books, but I did get rid of my TBR a little bit.
Nice.
So, like the one that is currently on this spinny shelf. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spinny shelf.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Favorites and superlatives. Ooh. Which book stands out as your top 3 to 5 for the year? I see that it says 3 to 5. And then I just started writing. And then I was like, oh, I guess I can only pick 5. So I had to start like picking and choosing. So I picked Onyx Storm because when I did my book bracket, that's the book that won. So I'm going with that. I keep forgetting that was part of 2025 because it was the very beginning.
We had the
But
same top book. That's so cute.
I know. Well, that's like, I feel like if I have a conversation with anyone book related, it turns into stuff about
Empyrean.
the end of Onyx Storm and theories and whatever. And I know that there's people who are like, it didn't hit as well for them, but the theories, the questions, the conversation afterward is just still alive and well. And we're 12 months later from that book. So big fan of that
Crazy.
one. I loved Quicksilver, specifically reading it on the podcast and that whole experience. Not knowing there was vampires in that book and being so pleasantly surprised, like on podcast. It was great. So loved that whole experience for me. I wrote in all capital letters, Dungeon Crawler Carl. I just love the series so much. And Kyle loves it. And so it's just been a fun experience for us. It's like kind of been a big part of our whole entire year together between the two of us as far as reading that books. I really loved Shield of Sparrows, and I got the sprayed edges one finally for that because I missed the original copies of these.
That one's pretty.
But so pretty. I haven't even taken my Target sticker off. Well, I'm just kind of scared sometimes. But I loved that one. That was a really nice one. And then I wrote Project Hail Mary because that was out of normal genre for me. And it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah.
Great.
Well, I'm on the same page. Onyx Storm, Rebecca Yarros won my book bracket for the year. That's like probably the closest I've gotten to like the high I've been chasing from ACOTAR. I feel like I haven't like
Ooh, yeah. I could see that.
Onyx Storm was like the closest I think I felt to like how it felt when I read like Akamath for the first time. Like I just loved it so much.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's like one of those that you could just keep talking about because she's so good with like the Easter eggs
So
and the
good.
crazy cliffhangers and all of that.
Yep.
When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker was like one of my I think I was expecting to love it, but like I just was so captivated by it, I think, and reading it on podcast was just so fun. So
Yeah.
that had to make it. And then The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, Quicksilver, Kelly Hart, and then Everything by Emily Henry Always.
It says 5 books, Con. That's more.
But I'm just gonna that's always true. It's just year to year.
Always exists.
I can't
Pretty
put her in my book brackets or else she would always win. So that's just
Yep.
where it is. Okay, a book you didn't expect to love, but absolutely did. For me, I had to look back through mine. I think Definitely Better Now by Ava Robinson. This was a book of the month pick that I honestly mostly chose because I just like the bold covers on the color. Wait, the bold colors on the cover. But so this is I guess it's more of just contemporary. It's not like a romance or anything. But the story and the writing just really surprised me with its vulnerability and the way that it changed my perspective on some of the things that the main character experienced. I like really, really loved it. This was one that just kind of stuck with me and I still think about it. So
Yep.
yeah.
For me, it was a random book that I had seen at the bookstore 100,000 times, and randomly it was available as a like skip the line on Libby. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this book, I see it everywhere. Let's go for it. And that was Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin.
Oh,
And it was great.
I
It was
love it.
wonderful. It was, yeah, top tier.
Mhm.
I I don't even know what about it specifically I could pinpoint that makes it so great. It just was. And there's
Yeah.
like that big shock at that
Yep.
end, and it's just
Yeah.
so good. So
I
this
think
is
it's
not fantasy romance. This is contemporary,
yeah,
not romance.
not romance.
It's video game developers,
Yeah.
video game developing.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So good though. Tomorrow, tomorrow,
Yeah.
tomorrow. Everybody
Ugh,
read it.
I
And
love it.
then I'm gonna talk about this book for 100,000 times, and I don't apologize. And that was Dungeon Crawler Carl, because when Kyle showed it to me, if you've seen the book covers, they look normal. But if you see the like audiobook covers, it looks like the original like cover
Yeah,
that
the cover art.
he had made. Yeah, the cover art. And it is wild. It is well, and that's what the book is.
Uh-huh.
But he shows this to me, and it's a man in his heart underwear boxers or whatever running next to a fluffy cat. And I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to do, like whatever. We have 7 hours to Nashville. We were going to meet you and John for just like a
That's a
hangout
year
weekend.
ago.
I know it was a year ago, which is wild.
Wow.
And so that's what he wanted to listen to for 7 hours at one time speed, because that's what he likes to listen to books at. I eventually got him to like bump it up a little bit. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, it took over my whole year. And if it wasn't for that trip, I don't know that I would have actually ended up reading it. I would have been like, okay, yeah,
Aw.
you got your weird little fantasy, dungeon book.
Weird
But
little
so
your
glad I did.
dungeon book.
Well, because he's literally the reason Kyle doesn't do events on Tuesday nights is because he plays Dungeons and Dragons in real
Yeah.
life with real people. And
Uh-huh.
he goes every Tuesday to play with his friends. So he has his dungeon book. That's Kyle. So.
His dungeon book. I love it. Well, oops. I think I've been saying like since he started raving about the book that I was gonna read it.
It's been a year. Oh my god.
I know. I need to get on that. Oops.
Fine. Okay. A book that you read in the exact right moment. This is probably the question I struggled with the most, because I
Mhm.
really wanted to find some like heartfelt thing and something, and I'm sure that actually existed, but I couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that I've had those moments,
Mhm.
but I couldn't think of like the specific moment. If anything, maybe the book brought me out of that moment, and that's why the book was great. I don't really know. But if I think about just like in general, something that happened really cool because I read a book, and that would be when I read The Never List. It was one that I randomly saw at the bookstore, and the cover randomly intrigued me, and I devoured it in the 24 hours. And she's a big book, and I read the whole
Yep.
thing in a day, and randomly reached out to the author, and she was all about coming to book club. So then we got to talk to her, and that was our first author we've
Yeah.
ever brought on for anything with BPNF, and that was super fun. And just getting to chat with her and just kind of being friends with her in general, because we've chatted
Yeah.
a little bit afterwards about the book and a little bit about my excitement specifically for book 2. So that was just really fun. And if I wouldn't have randomly picked up that book for whatever random reason, none of that would have happened. And that was really fun. And like getting to talk to
Yeah.
her was probably one of my highlights of the year. So
I love
it was good.
that. I love
Yeah,
chatting with her too. I like her a
she
lot.
was great. And I just love that book.
Uh,
So big
yeah.
fan.
Ugh. Well, mine is kind of deep. Sorry.
That's okay. I know I read yours and I was like, dang, I wish I had something, but I don't. But that's okay.
No, that's good. That's good. Because this fall, this wasn't really something I talked about a lot, but I was kind of struggling with burnout between like my new job and a lot of the stuff that we had going on, and I had been traveling a lot, and but my at the same time my grandfather was dying, and he ended up passing away at the end of October. And I happened to read The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig. That it was just like a book of the month book that I had on my TBR, and I was like, this looks kind of like witchy, Halloweeny. I had no idea what it was about, but I ended up reading it like the week that my grandfather passed. And this book is really centered around like death and grief and fate. And I just went into the book completely blind, but I definitely don't think it was a coincidence. I was just like going through this really odd, unique grieving process through that time. And so I just connected with it so much. I cried. This was the book I cried during the epilogue, like at work. I was
Oh,
listening to it. I was like, dang it. But I just am grateful for stories like that come up at like the exact right moment. That was just one of them for me this year. It was very sweet.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
And then
love
I
that.
found out that Banter and Bookmarks got to meet the author and like talk with her and stuff. So it was
Yeah,
fun. Yeah.
I love that. I love that books.
Ugh,
Like I said, like I'm sure I had those moments, but maybe the book took me out of it, and it's kind of nice to
yeah.
have those.
Yes, for sure. Oh, and the Stephanie just said the Midnight Library was something she needed as a therapist, hitting some burnout. And that I could totally see that. I read that a few years ago and I really loved that too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's like a very uh I don't know if eye-opening is the right word, but it's like one of those books that just like really shifts your perspective. And I love that
Mm.
too.
Huh.
Um
Well, what a
okay.
great segue.
Yeah, great segue into a book that altered your brain chemistry. I
Whew.
feel like that could mean a lot of different things.
That
Mine
is a
was
great point. Hold on.
it could. It could mean a lot of different things.
I might need to rethink my answer.
Frisky the Snowman might be making a comeback.
Take it. That book's gonna follow me everywhere. Okay.
Oh, oh my gosh. Mine the first one that came to mind was When the Moon Hatched, because it was one of my most surprising books of the year. I just was so deeply affected by Sarah A. Parker's writing style, I think. Like it just I kept saying at the beginning of the book, like, oh no, this book's gonna make me cry, isn't it? Like, why do I care so much
We
about
cried in
these?
the
Like,
first section on the
I
podcast. Like
know. But then like getting to meet her and hear her talk about like how she writes and all that stuff was really cool too. So that was a good one for me, I think.
yeah. Mine was Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. I did not expect the ending at all, and I feel like it just like shifted my feelings about characters in general and like what you get from a book and what you should expect to see, I guess, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And just yeah, it was wild to me. It blew my brains. I will still not stop talking about it. And it's sitting right here so beautifully.
It is
And
beautiful.
I'm a big fan of that. And as I was writing my answer and thinking about what you rated Middle Singer and then what I rated When the Moon Hatched,
I know.
and not that that's caused us like turmoil, but it's just been interesting. Like you're talking about it and I'm just like, and then I talk about it and you're like, but like that's kind of what makes this fun, is that
Yeah.
while we do have those books that we connect about and like freak out about together, and then there's these other ones that it's like, this is my best book and whatever, and and it doesn't, and I don't know, I just love that about us and
Yeah.
just reading in general and just books, and I don't know, it's great.
Me too.
Okay, the book you still think about the most. And I tried really hard to think outside the box here, because I know we cover these on the podcast and I feel like I spent a bajillion years thinking about the books like during
True.
that time. So at any given moment, the book I think about the most is whatever we're probably covering on the pod, because I'm
Yeah.
trying to think theories and whatever. So I put Onyx Storm just because that was the beginning of the year, and like I said, I've had conversations about that book with literally everyone, students, other teachers, random people on the street. Like, it just is that book. And I think that that's great. I also did the When in Rome series, or it's technically the Rome, Kentucky series. I tried to think of a contemporary that I really liked. That whole series is so cute and I really love it.
Yeah.
And I've been so excited for book 4. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. It just came out. But yeah, and the covers are adorable. Great series. 10 out of 10. And then the other one that really surprised me this year that I just keep thinking about because it was so different was the Crimson Moth series. It's a completed duology, which I think is also why I loved it so much.
Yeah.
And I just really enjoyed the magic. It's very witchy, but not, I don't know, dark and creepy at the same time, like some of these other magic-y books I've read this year. And I don't know, I just really loved it. And I also think because it's finished, sometimes those are the ones that stick with you, is not the ones that you're always stuck about, like, oh man, what's going to happen? Guess we'll find out next year, moves on. Instead, it's like, it's the whole thing, and I got it all back to back. And yeah, I just really enjoyed that one. So
yeah. I once again, I wrote, honestly, I am never not thinking about Emily Henry's books, but especially right now because of people we meet on vacation.
Yeah.
Because I'm so excited about the movie, my heart might actually explode, like literally.
Please don't. Don't do that.
I'll try not to. I can't make any promises.
Yeah.
Most unhinged read, I said Between Two Kings for sure.
Frisky the Snowman, obviously.
It's gotta be.
But I want to sit here for a minute and come up with something random to talk about, because it takes a minute for the chat to appear for us, since there's a slight delay. Okay. And I really want to know what some of your unhinged reads were out there, because I feel like they've got to be good. And I need some more for my TBR. That's really what I'm getting at here.
That is fair.
So,
I was thinking about I didn't read it, but I was thinking about the book that Bridget Kemmerer told us about. Airpeen.
Airpeen. I was thinking about that too.
Because I was flying a lot last week.
Well.
And I was sitting on the plane like.
You got a lot of flights planned this year. So
I have so many flights planned.
You could read it multiple times if you want.
I don't want to read it on
God's most read author. Every time you fly.
It's all my rereads of that book.
Yeah. It's so funny. All right. Excuse me. Okay. If we're talking about looking up covers of a book, you got to look up Airpeen. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, Emily McIntyre. Didn't she do Hooked?
Read my gargoyle protector based on my wreck. You're welcome for that. That was a story.
Oh, I did read. No, I forgot about this. Okay, I don't think it's more unhinged than Between Two Kings, but in like January, because I don't think we did a reads event in January. I read oh no, what was it called? It was a dark, like a dark romance, but it was Peter Pan, but it wasn't Hooked by Emily McIntyre. It was
I remember. I don't remember, but I remember you talking about
What is it called? What is it called? Let me find it. It's Nikki St. Crow. Hold on. I gotta look it up. It's been so long. I read the 4 books. It's the Never King. Yep, with the skull on the cover. Mm-hmm. I read all 4 of those, and it was pretty unhinged. That's
is it like murdery unhinged?
It's a lot of different things. There's a lot of murder. It's like Peter Pan, but he is like tatted and he smokes and drinks and
Uh,
the Lost Boys are also involved. Like they're grown up and they are
They're like involved.
involved. Yeah, there's also like a scene with like a tree at one point. I don't I don't know, man. It
Wow.
was yeah. Yeah. It was weird. But I did read it. So
And not only did you finish one and say you read it, you kept reading.
I kept reading them. I don't know why. I read them all on Kindle. I don't think there was the oh no, there are audiobooks. I think I did some audio for those, but yeah.
That's
Yep.
lovely.
It
Yep.
was a journey.
See, I haven't gone like Butcher and Blackbird, that whole series is the most murdery I've
Yeah.
read. Like I've never been super gory, murdery, stalker-y. Like that's
Mhm.
never been my genre. So when we talk unhinged, there's like there's a line for me between like
Uh-huh.
smutty unhinged and then like this stalker person who's
Yeah.
who's not your friend.
Your friend. Fair. All right.
Anyways. All right. The next was your most relatable characters. I didn't have an answer. I was gonna come back and I guess I never made it back here. Yeah, I don't yeah. You answer.
Yeah.
I don't think I have an answer.
The ones that came to mind first were and this was one I read last January, but Daydream by Hannah Grace. Both of the main characters. That was just like a rare one for me. Yay! Balloons.
Main characters.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, both of the main characters in Daydream, I just really related to when I read it, but then also I see lots of people saying it too. Harriet from Good Spirits was my other one that came to mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Works for me.
But that brings us, speaking of good spirits, that brings us to your favorite BPNF
Ooh.
book club read of the year. And I think it's The Night and the Moth for me. That was such a good one.
Oh, that's good.
And I loved our discussion about it.
I feel like the discussion I remember like the most was Forbidden Alchemy because John was there.
Oh
Forbidden
yeah, that's
Alchemy,
true.
you know?
Yeah, he loved that one.
Did we read Butcher and Blackbird this year?
In March, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because we got ice cream at that one. That was a good one too.
Yes, Bartholomew. I think about Bartholomew a lot too. I actually texted Lauren today because I joined a Teams meeting and there was a guy whose last name was Bartholomew. And I was like, oh, he works at Cintas.
So good.
If you're curious about how Bartholomew's doing, he's in corporate
I
America.
did write. Yeah, he's in corporate America. He's doing wonderful. Hey, he's working at a corporate office. So he's got to be doing a little okay for himself.
Yeah.
You know. I wrote The Never List by Jade Presley as my favorite. Obviously, I just gushed over all the reasons why. So
and she was there.
I know. So and it was our first. I feel like she's our first, you know, and it's just like it's gonna stay with me forever.
Never forget your first.
Never forget your first.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's talk about what we are hoping to read in 2026. If you do set a reading goal for the year, we would love to see it in the comments, even if it's not like a number of books or if you have a different goal related to your reading. I think I'm going to keep mine at 50 books again. I'll be traveling a ton this year, and I just want to like kind of keep the pressure off and just read whatever I feel like reading without trying to meet a specific goal. I think I want to branch out a little bit more this year in terms of genre and like author diversity because I feel like I'm reading a lot of the same stuff recently. But I don't have like a specific
Emily Henry, Emily Henry.
That's different. That's different because I will reread all of her books again this year. That will happen at some point. That's a given. That will be 7 of my 50 books. But I feel like the last 2 years, I think I kept my goal at 50 or maybe it was 100 the year before because I went hard in 2023 and I read like 150 books. But then after that, I still read like 70. And then I think I read like 95 this year. So I think 50 is one that I probably will meet. But I think I'm excited to read stuff that's a little bit different.
Nice.
What about
Yeah,
you?
I have to put a number on it. I put 50 to start with. And like you said, in 2023, we were both just like going wild. I think I did 126 or something like that year. And
Mhm.
so I was like, I'll put it at 125 because that's what I read this year and it will be great next year. And then BPNF, BPNF, and life is life and your kids grow up and all the
Mhm.
things. And I still think I was in the 80s or 90s, but I was like crushed that I went down in my goal. And I don't know why that affected me so much. And it really doesn't matter, but like for some reason, I just remember that. So in the next year, I just didn't I didn't want the pressure. Like I had so much like, oh, but
Yeah.
I gotta get this. And so I have to read this many this month. And if I don't, then I won't read them next month. And I have anxiety. So maybe you're looking at me like I'm wild, but this is the brain that I have. And I'm freaking out. So I go into this year, 20, or I guess into 2025. And I said, I'm just gonna start at 50. And if I get there, then cool. And then I raised it and
Mhm.
then I slowly raised it. And it was great. And I liked having the little achievable goals.
Yeah.
And setting 50, knowing I will get there is great for me.
Yeah.
I will get my confetti on Goodreads. Done. Solid.
Perfect.
So that's where I'm at. I'm starting with 50. That's what all my apps currently have.
Mhm.
But yeah, we get sent or get to have a lot of conversations with a lot of indie authors, and we get a lot of their books. And I really want to do better at reading those.
Yeah.
Maybe even in a timely manner because I
Mhm.
get there, but it's like, remember when you sent me this book 2 years ago?
Yep.
And I feel bad
Literally.
about that. Just because I don't know, I want to, especially like at Enchanticon, we got to meet a lot of authors,
Yeah.
and I've only read like one of them. And I want to say, like this year when I go back to Enchanticon, I would want to be like, I read your book and blah, 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 give me book two,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. So that's my hope, is to read more from like the indie authors or the little books that we get sent,
Yeah.
or just the digital copy or whatever. So that's my hopes.
That's a good idea if we get to go back to Enchanticon because we got a couple books from some of the authors there last year.
I know.
Uh,
Kyle
was
read
it
all the
Finn
ones that he
Florbook?
got. He read all the
Yeah.
ones that he got, and
No.
I read one. I was
Where's
like, "Oh
Kyle
my
on
God."
this wrap up? Wait a minute.
Honestly, Kyle read so much, and he doesn't like do any apps or whatever.
I
And I
didn't
was trying
even
to count
know.
it out. He was in like the 25s, 30s, something in there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's always got an audiobook going at work. The thing is he listens at one time speed,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it takes him a
That's a
little
lot of
bit.
books, especially for one
Yeah,
time speed.
he did good. I mean, obviously it
Dang.
helps out we do the podcast, so there's all those. He
Yeah.
sat in a couple book clubs, and then he did all the Dungeon Crawler Carls. That's 7. And then he, yeah, had the ones from Enchanticon and Project Hail Mary. He's doing The Devils by
Oh yeah.
whoever.
Joe Abercrombie. Is that
Yeah,
what it is?
he's doing that one because that was his second recommendation from Lauren from Book Huddle.
From Lauren.
So that's the one he's currently doing. So
Oh, well, that's
yeah.
fun. Haley, are we accidentally trolling Haley now?
Honestly, I said it and I was like, dang, I don't even know if that's happening, but I'm just gonna keep rolling and maybe no one will notice. I forgot
The
Haley
answer
was
is we
here.
don't know yet, but you will know as soon as we know.
As soon as we know, we will tell you. And
Yes.
I would love to have already told you, but I don't.
Yes. Yeah.
For all the things of 2026. I was hoping we'd have a lot more that we could be like, we're doing all this in 2026. And instead, we know nothing. So,
Yeah. Pretty much.
except for Sorcerer's Affair. Join us April
Sorcerer's
25th. Just going to a whole ad. Anyways. Cool. I think that's it. I think we did
Yeah.
it.
We
That was a
did
lot.
it.
It's almost 2
That's a
hours,
lot.
guys. Thanks for
I
staying with
know.
us.
You really did.
We
Yep.
probably could have made these 2 separate events, but whatever. Melissa. My answer is I'm pissed if y'all aren't going. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
Aw.
Aw, Marlissa.
Well, now we have to go.
Can you sign my book? If I bring my book, will you sign my book?
Well, you'll see her before then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot we
come in.
have. The retreat, the BPNF retreat. I'm still bringing my book. So, Enchanticon is in St. Louis, Missouri. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is perfect because it's like right between. It's either Nashville is con driving like 4-ish, 5-ish hours, and I'm driving 7-ish, or St. Louis is you driving 7-ish and me driving 4.
That's
So it's
like
always
6.
like
Yeah.
somewhere where we
Yeah.
meet. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought I signed it. Did I not sign? I don't know. Did you? Watch how I'm asking. Oh, you did, silly me. I did. It's been a while since I read the book.
She won't.
This is
She's not
also
signing
one.
it until Enchanticon.
Dang it. This is also one I think about a lot. Mostly because you're here
Aw.
all the time and I get to think about it and talk about it. The other day I went live in the Found Family room for funsies just to read some Brimstone, and she was designing the cover for book 2, and I got to like sit there and watch her color for a little bit. It was so
Oh
fun.
my
Like
gosh.
literally 10 minutes of that. It was great.
So
It's
fun.
fun. I feel like I'm part of the process. I'm so far removed from the process. I'm fully aware. But Marlissa, I am invested in the journey.
I love it.
All right. Well,
All
we
right.
are doing our January book club giveaway. That's where we're at. Let's give something away. Yay. The 3
Yeah.
choices are between the 3 that you got to vote on for book club, and that was Game Changer by Rachel Reed, which I will still be reading because I really want to read and watch Heated Rivals, and I feel like I'm behind the ball on that one. So
She's behind the times.
I'm behind the times. Then it was We Who Will Die by Stacey Stark or Stasia Stark, and People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, because Con wants to read that again, but she already did without us. And she would
I'll
have read
read
it
it
again.
again. I would. Yep. I probably will.
I know Julie started kind of like a
Oh, yeah.
secondary book club from BPNF
Mhm.
Book Club for the books that didn't get picked. And so you could read with them again. You could just double
Yeah.
book club.
I'll probably just go in there and be like, "Oh, yeah, chapter 7 for sure. Mhm. I know exactly what happened."
It's like, here's the quote, and you just type it word for word.
I was actually, like,
Amazing.
freaking out when that trailer dropped, was it yesterday or today? That because it's, like, almost a direct quote from the book, and the whole time I was
That's
like,
fun. Crying. That's good. That's hopeful that like it's gonna
yeah,
be so accurate to the book.
it looks
'Cause you
like it
just
will
never
be.
know.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna cry,
that's good.
it's fine. Okay, so the giveaway.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to present. I gotta remember how to do it. Share screen. I
You
want
can
to
do
share
it.
my
I
100
believe
tabs.
in
Which
you.
tab? This tab.
Don't share
Ah,
all of them.
can you see them? Can you
Uh-huh,
see it? Can you see my
uh-huh,
100 tabs?
uh-huh.
Sweet. All right, here we go. Woohoo! Yay! Spinny wheels, spinny wheels,
Whee!
spin, 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 spin. Maggie!
Yay!
Woohoo!
Aw.
Confetti jazz hands.
How do we do
Bright
the
lights.
is it this one? No, that's fireworks. Oh, no, that is confetti. Yay!
That's not the right one.
Uh,
Yay, Maggie. Okay, let me see what Maggie wanted to get. Let me find out. Search for Maggie. She wanted to get a physical copy of We Who Will Die by Stasia Stark. It will be this cute little
Yay!
one with the words on the
Aw,
side, and it'll be all cool
so
and
pretty.
fancy.
Fancy. Snaps for
Yeah.
Maggie.
Yay! Okay, I think that's it.
That's it. That's all we got. All we got 2 hours later.
2 hours later. I'm so surprised most of you stayed with us. Thank you for
Yeah.
whatever you're doing on your Tuesday night or Wednesday
You're
morning.
troopers. Yeah. Have a great work day, everyone. Thanks for circling back in the new year to this with us.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Have a great January.
We
We'll
ended
see
in
you
it with any
next Tuesday. We have a little casual AMA with me and John. You could come and just hang out like this and ask us anything, and we will be legally obligated to answer your questions.
legally obligated. Haley, this is your chance.
This is your chance, Haley. Clear your meetings. Put us on your calendar. Yeah, that's next Tuesday, and then the Tuesday after that is book club, I think. Or is there a week in between? Maybe.
I hope there's a week in between. That feels
So it's like
aggressive.
the
But
16th to the 20th. Yeah, no, I think there is a week in between.
yeah, there is. But do you know
Yeah.
what does happen that week?
What?
On the 20th for our found family, they will know what our next podcast series is. And on the 21st, it will be public everywhere else.
That must be what I was thinking of. Yes.
Yes,
We
it's a
will
big
have
day.
an
What will
announcement.
it be? I kind of want to know what everyone's guesses are. If you have
Yep.
guesses on what we're covering
Just
next,
drop them in here real quick if you
yeah,
have a
because
guess.
I'm very curious because we haven't done like any teasers or posts or
No.
any big things. So like usually we see everyone's guesses, but I haven't seen any yet. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
What do you think it is? We can neither confirm or deny, but it's
Do
Frisky the
you know yet?
Snowman.
Yes. Frisky the Snowman. It's going to be an 8-week series on Frisky the Snowman, 53 pages. And oh, it's so funny. Oh my God.
You're going to ask me next week. That's funny.
That's a good idea because she is
Oh.
legally obligated to answer. You're totally right about that. Shield of Sparrows is a good book. Daughter of the
Ooh.
Worlds. That's fun. Serpents
is
in the
fun.
Wings of Night.
Yeah.
I've not read that one. And you haven't done Shield of Sparrows.
No, that's true.
Mhm.
We kind of flip-flopped this year. Lauren read like all the popular fantasy books
Because I felt behind.
after telling me to stop reading all the popular fantasy books.
Literally, we have like this short list of books, and I was like, "You have to stop reading them. You're reading all the books. You're never going to be a reactor." And then I was like, "I read this book," and Khan's like, "It's on the list." I read this book. That was also on the list. I was like, "Oops, my bad." It's funny. Hundred's Curse. That'd be good.
Are you going
Is
to
it the
do
last book of
teasers that have hints? Wait, what?
Oh, teasers with hints that I'll be completely oblivious to.
We can't give you who the new readers are because I feel like that's also a hint. Technically, that's usually
Huge
one of our
hint.
clues.
Especially because all of you literally just listen to us talk forever about the books we're covering. Like we've
Very
read. Like, if I literally just said, I haven't read that yet. Oh, Lauren's a first time reactor. You'd all be like, it's this one. Sorry,
Oh, these are good
Dungeon Crawler
ones.
Carl.
Oh,
They're on to us. Yeah, we are.
the short answer is I don't know how we're announcing this series yet.
Don't say
We're gonna
that.
have
We
to
have
figure
some
that out.
ideas.
We do have some ideas. We gotta
Actually,
gotta
Kyle
nail
had a
those
great
down.
idea. So
Okay,
not
we're
even
gonna
the
have to
idea I
talk about
texted
it.
you. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Wow. Yeah, we've
I
all
know.
been trying to brainstorm.
Direbound? I
'Cause-
love that book.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When she's legally obligated. They're all gonna gang up on us next week.
Yep. Good luck.
That'll be every question in the chat.
Just come dressed in cosplay and be like, I don't know which book we're covering. I got no idea.
So come dressed as a snowman. Got it.
John
Get
can be
an
dressed as a
Olaf
carrot.
Oh my gosh.
word.
Okay.
I haven't read, so I can read with y'all next week. Michelle, drop in the comments really quick all the books you haven't read, so we know which ones we're doing. Honestly, I've had a couple people say before that they hope it's a book I haven't read yet, and I'll go on their Goodreads and I'll like go see if they've read it or
Really?
not. And they're like, "Dang it!" I did that with When the Moon Hatched a lot with people, and I was like, "Oh, good,
That's
they'll be so
funny.
happy." Anyways.
That is next level.
I
So, Michelle,
know,
we're gonna
but
be
it's, like, so
stalking your
exciting.
Goodreads now.
It's so exciting. Anyways.
That is fun. All right, let's
All right. Yep.
Okay. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah,
We'll
our
see
monthly
you-
reading wraps are posted here on YouTube each month, and our podcast
Yep.
is posted weekly.
I was about to cut you off. Yeah, in the meantime, you can also stalk our TBRs and our current reads on
Do it.
Goodreads and Storygraph. Do it. We dare you. Find our profiles for both of those on the links page of our website.
Yeah. And thank you for all your support. I know we said at the
Yeah.
beginning of this whole little wrap up, but it means so much.
It
so
does.
much. And on those times
You're
of
the
burnout
best.
or stress or whatever, this is the
Yeah.
reason we can stick with it and do it. You guys are great
Yeah.
and amazing. And as always, thank you for reading with us.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.